Hi, Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and I am here with my May favorites. Now, I don't think there are any repeats in here. I've been trying to keep clear of repeats, even though there are some things I use over and over and over and over for my entire life. One of these things I think I may have talked about in the past is one of my favorite things, but these are my May things I've reached for the most in the month of May, and things that I think that are really noteworthy for the month of May. I'm going to just start right away with the Marcel BB Cleanser. Now, I got this in a bonus type of a set that I got on the Birchbox shop. I'm no longer a Birchbox ace because I don't really buy enough stuff anymore. One of the reasons that I quit Birchbox because I wasn't an ace, so when Sample Choice came, the boxes that were like the curated box for, like, what did they call that? It was a special box that had like special stuff in it. They were all out, so I got to pick a product, and most of the time I didn't really like what I picked because my favorite things were not being given away. That's beside the point. I do buy all of my Marcel products from the Birchbox site. Marcel is a Canadian brand, and there is a website, and you can look at it either in French or in English, and I just love this product line because number one, it's cruelty free. I think it still is, and the products are just phenomenal. Like their micellar water is the best one I've ever used, and I've used all the ones that are not cruelty free too. It's still the best one I've ever used. And this is kind of like a cold cream, but what you do is you rub it into your skin and then you tissue it off, and you can rinse if you want to, or you can then follow up with like whatever other cleanser you're going to use. I like this for removing my face makeup, and I do tissue it off and then I wash with my regular face wash. So it's really awesome. And it's one of the best things. Like, you can buy this on the Birchbox website. You don't have to be a member either. It's really, really nice. If you happen to travel to Canada, I'm sure that Marcel is like basically their drugstore brand there. Pick up all the Marcel stuff you can, because I've never ever tried a Marcel product that I didn't like. So there you go. Plug for Marcel. Next thing, I did want to talk about my favorite cleanser wipes, but that having been said, I don't use them a lot, but they are my favorite, and I think they're definitely noteworthy for that reason. And they are the Burt's Bees Sensitive Skin wipes. Now, you guys have seen these on my channel before. The wipes are not huge, but they are certainly wet enough, and I often use these when I'm just quickly trying to take my foundation off and all that stuff. What I like about the Sensitive Skin facial cleansing towelettes is they don't sting at all. Like, there's nothing that irritates my sensitive dry skin. I have, like, I guess I have normal to dry skin. There's nothing in here that irritates my skin, and so therefore this is like great wipes. So, and they're cruelty free, but they're not vegan because it's Burt's Bees honey. I got this in a Good Being box. It was one of the monthly box choices. I think it goes for like $50 or something. And it's number one in like I wrote the number. I gave away number 2 and 3 because my daughter really loved them and I didn't. But I kept this because this is like, I use this as a serum, and it's so smooth and luxurious and beautiful on, and it just makes your skin feel really good. And so this is one of the things that I reach for almost every day, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So anyway, the next thing is, try to keep everything straight. I have 2 hair products and 3 face products, and I'll go straight to the tool. I told you guys I was getting one of these for Mother's Day, and I did, and I was a little bit afraid at first. It's a Clarisonic. The charger, it's a Mia 2. The charger just is magnetic and attaches to the end, but my daughter says she only charges hers every like 3 months, and she uses it. I started using this almost as soon as I got it. I do it in the morning, not at night, because I don't want to do it at night and then put Retin-A on. Because I don't like to use something that's going to irritate and then put more stuff on that's going to irritate. So I use this in the morning, and I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Now, I'm up to using it twice a week. I started once a week. I'm up to using it twice a week, and I think I could get away with using it every morning if I wanted to, but I'm just going to proceed slowly. And this is like one of the best things on earth, and I got it on sale. I got 20% off. Derm Store was running a special sale on tools, and I got it from Derm Store while they were running that sale, because the price is pretty hefty, and I was kind of against spending the kind of money it cost to buy a Mia 2, but I got 20% off, so it was almost the same price as the Mia 1, which is their basic model, which I think if you're thinking about it, you probably could just do that one, because I think it just goes on low, and this I only use on low, because there's a high setting and a low setting. I'm a little afraid to use the high setting just yet. But this is one of the best things I've ever gotten. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is probably my favorite thing for the entire month of May. Now I have 2 hair products and 3 face products. Actually, I'll probably throw this into my little sample and travel size bin for this month. That video will be either shown after this or before it. I don't know. But I got this Malin & Getz grapefruit face cleanser, and this came in one of the Birch boxes that I got, and obviously it's a deluxe sample size because it's more than like a one-use type of a sample. It's several uses worth. This tube is full, and I only needed to use like the tiniest bit in my hand to generate enough of like a really light lather to wash my whole face. When I saw grapefruit, my initial fear was that anything with citrus is going to be a little bit irritating, but this wasn't irritating at all. This was like really, really nice, and I would consider buying this. It's not like, I guess I would have to use it one more time before I would buy it, but I would consider buying it. It's really nice. I know it's cruelty-free brand, and I really like this. It came in my Birch box, and it's one of my favorite things for the month of May, and I will finish it in the month of June. So I'll put that in with my samples. So the next 2 things are face things, and I have 2 hair things, so I'm going to go on to the hair things first. Now, I may have talked about this in the past. I'm not sure if I have. I think it might have appeared in a favorite things, but back in January, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. But this stuff, I just have to say again, Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Leave-In Conditioner is one of my absolute favorite things. And what it does is it stops your hair from breaking off. Like, you know, it's like a person who's getting thinning hair. It's your best friend, and you only need to use the littlest bit of this. I rub my fingers, I dip my fingers in, I rub my fingers together, and then I massage it all through the roots. Now, if you have greasy, like oily, like the kind of you have to shampoo every day kind of hair, you may not want to rub it into the roots, but certainly this would stop your hair from breaking if you wash your hair every day even, because it just seems to make your hair so much more resilient. It's one of my absolute favorite things. I don't think I will ever want to live without that stuff. Next thing that's one of my favorite things, and I got this totally by accident. I bought it at the salon I go to. You're a little off. Okay. they have the brand, but they'll order it for me, but I'm sure I can find it cheaper than at the salon. And that is this Agadir Argan Oil Spray Treatment. It's a spray oil for your hair. This will eternally be one of my favorites. This will be one of those products that I will not want to live without. It makes your hair smooth, shiny, and it smells really good. And you know, just the smell alone, it's like fabulous. And I get a lot of compliments on how shiny my hair looks when I use this. And it's just absolutely lovely stuff. I absolutely love it. And I'm kind of heartbroken that it's starting to show that it's, you know, it's down to here now. Because I don't want it to ever run out. But I'll buy it. I think it's about $20 for this bottle, and I'll buy it again because it's just that nice. It's just absolutely worth it. Okay, so there are only 2 things left, and one of them is an eye makeup remover, and I don't think I've ever talked about this. I did once try to do a review video of this stuff, and for some reason the video crapped out or didn't work right or something. And that is this Clarisonic Gentle Floral Dermaquilon. It's an eye makeup remover. It's a gel formula. It comes in this huge, huge tube, and you need the smallest amount to rub into your eyes. One thing, I like it because it has enough slip that you're not actually tugging at your eye area, even though like an onlooker might think you are. It's when you're rubbing your lashes, everything comes off. The only problem is if you get it in your eyes, it stinks like it really stings. It's like uncomfortably, painfully stingy, like shampoo in your eye kind of stinging. But if you rub it into your eyes and then you use a wet cloth to remove it, in fact, I will insert me taking off my eye makeup with on one eye with this. So I'll insert it here. Okay, so to remove my makeup with this chlorine, I'm going to take out one of my wipes because you do have to have some kind of a moistened cloth to wipe the cleanser off. Because if you open your eye when you have this eye makeup remover on, it will sting like you just wouldn't believe how much it will sting. And it says it's gentle on the eye, but honestly, anyway, there's what the texture is like. It's very watery. I'll just give it a light shake and wipe that off so I don't accidentally stick it in my other eye. Anyway, I'm going to do my right eye. Okay, that's a little bit better. I gave it a little bit of a shake. It's still quite watery and wants to spill out of my hand, but I'm able to then like pick up a little bit of it on my finger, and now I'm going to demonstrate for you taking it off, just makeup off one eye. All right, now it'll look like I'm tugging, but I'm really totally not. So I'll start first with my eyeshadow and my eyebrows, and then I'll go right to my eyelashes. Now I'm sure it looks like I'm tugging, but I'm not. And this makeup remover, if you wear like really stubborn makeup, sometimes it's not so easy to get the mascara off. And some mascaras, like the tube mascaras, require a certain different kind of removal technique. Apparently, I didn't know that until I was watching a YouTube video. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. It has replaced regular TV for me often. Now, that really does sting because I did get a little bit too close to my tear duct. And change to a clean. I usually use just a wet washcloth, a microfiber washcloth, but what I had in here was these wipes, and so I'll just use these wipes. So you can see that took all of my eye makeup off. I don't know if you can see it all on the cloth. It is nighttime, but you can see that it did a really superior job taking off my mascara, which is the item that I usually have the most trouble getting off. And so you can see it did sting a little bit for a second because I got it in my tear duct area and it's very hard to get it out of there. Now it doesn't sting at all because I did wipe it all off with this wipe. Okay, and the other thing I love is the SkinMedica AHA BHA exfoliating cleanser. Now it does have a mark because I foolishly put it in a project pan, and it's not one of those things that you want to hurry up and finish. It's one of those things that are like, oh, this is so nice. It's like $40 and worth every stinking penny. Whatever kind of exfoliating bits it has in it, they like melt away, like so. By the time you're done massaging it into your skin and getting that benefit of the AHA BHA, the little bits have kind of disappeared. And this is like one of my absolute favorite cleansers of all time. So I will always have this in my cabinet as well. There are other scrubs that I have for my face, but none of them compare to this one. It has the benefit also of the AHA BHA in it, so yeah, it's really great. So I hope you've enjoyed this favorites video. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. There'll be a giant head that shows up on the screen. I think it's going to be over here. It's like an endnote thing that YouTube created. Unfortunately, you can't add like comments like you used to be able to. You can only do it on your original video editing software, but you can add these endnote things, and one of them is a giant face and it's me, and if you click on that it will take you to a subscribe page. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and please do subscribe. And if you have any comments or if you've used any of these products and you want to comment, please comment down below. You know, remember my skin is normal to dry, so for some people who have oilier skin, some of these products may not work. They work great for me. And that's it until June and the June favorites, which I'll be working on and presenting in the beginning of July. So thank you very much and have a beautiful evening. Good night.